Welcome to a new lesson of our grammar course. Now we are going to talk about conditional types 1, 2, and 3. This course outline aims at providing you with the grammatical rules and usage as well as practical exercises through which you can master all types at ease. Let's get started with the first one, conditional type 1. Here we are going to understand its form and we take a look at some of the examples to understand its usage. First one, if plus subject plus verb plus simple present, subject plus will plus infinitive, or subject plus will plus infinitive, if plus subject plus verb simple present. You may understand that if we change the clause, there will be no comma. First one, if we started with if, we must write comma. This is another rule. So whenever we start with if, but in second we don't put comma. Let's move to the example. If I have time, I will go to the cinema. Or I will go to the cinema if I have time. The second one, if I have money, I will buy a car. I will buy a car if I have money. I think you may understand the usage through these two examples. That means if I have money now, I will buy a car in the future. It can happen, which refers to possible or real situation in future. Means it is possible for me to buy a car as soon as I have money. Let's move to the practical exercises. And I would like you to take a look at the first sentence and second. So F, first one, and second F. So the forms is changed. I recommend at this stage to pause the video, write down all the sentences with your answer and play it again. So let's get started answering all the exercise. If Hiba moves to Morocco, she will live in Meknes. Your mother will be very happy if you call her. We will drive to Fez if the mechanic fixes our car on time. So you may find AOS. I'll tell you to make a revision in present simple and understand all spelling rules because you will need it in this course. And we put verb plus EOS whenever we have S, O, CH, SH or X as the example provided here. Number 4. If it rains today, we will not go to the park. I will write to her if I am not in a hurry tonight. If Selma is not sick, she will go to school. If they are tired tomorrow, they will not go to work. Yusuf will ride a motorcycle if he doesn't buy a new car. If we go to Ifran, we will visit our cousin. Their teacher will be happy if they do their homework tonight. If the weather is good, Muhammad will go swimming this weekend. So it's clear. Let's go to conditional type 2. Also, you will be seeing here the forms, examples, and usage. Form here, F plus subject plus verb simple past, comma, subject plus would plus infinitive, or subject plus would plus infinitive, F plus subject plus verb simple past. Let's say an illustrative examples in the following two sentences. If it didn't rain, I would play outside. So if we change the clause, I would play outside if it didn't rain. The second one, if she were not ill, she would go to school. You may be confused in the sentence because you were taught in past simple she was, or I was, or he was, or it was. But in conditional type 2, whenever we put F, it changed as the pictures shown here. Try to remember this one because you will need it in practical side of this course. Let's change this sentence. She would go to school if she were not ill. The usage impossible or unreal situation in present means that a person just wishes or imagines something to happen right now. So let's move to the practical side of this exercise and be careful to the verb to be if we have it here. So the first things you may take into consideration, where is F? We have in the middle, so the verb is changed. So Ismail would not live in Rashidia if he hated it. Number 2, if you wrote the letters, I would post them. Number 3, I will call the police if you didn't leave immediately. Number 4, if he didn't arrive soon, we would have to have dinner without him. 5, I would not have to borrow any money from you if I got my salary tomorrow. The weather report says there will be snow, so if it snowed, we would stay at home. Here, I will talk in, let's say, an English speaker. They believe that what is said in the weather report is true. That's why they use this kind of impossibility in the present. Number 7. Do you need some money? Let me look in my pockets. If I had some, I would lend you some. No, sorry, I haven't got any money with me, but you know, I would give it to you if I had any. I'm sure of it, you would pass the test next week if you studied hard. I advise you please to make a revision to spelling rules. So whenever we have Y plus consonant, it changes to I. Studied. Would you like to go to the cinema? If you wanted to go, I would come with you. Let's go to the practice 3. Here you will need 2 rules. Please pause the video, write down all the sentences with your answers and play it again. Let's get started with the first one. So here we have will and we have F. That means the conditional type 1. And try to remember the form of 1. The teacher will be very angry if you don't do your homework. Number 2, we have here could. That means number 2. If Shaima told me I could help her. If you don't water the flowers, they will die. If you didn't hurry, you would miss the bus. He will play tennis if the weather is good. I would be very happy if she, and we have verb to be. Shall we put was or were? Certainly were. I would be very happy if she were my sister. She could win the race if she tried. Number 8. If he goes to bed early, he will get up early. You will get wet if it rains. I know I would come early. I wouldn't stay if I were you. Great. What would you do if you got a bad mark. If she wears a necklace, her dress will look better. Faris will be ill if he eats so much. If Ishraq reads the book carefully, she will understand it. The children could stay up late if they were good. 17. If the dinner isn't ready, I will go out. The last, but certainly not least, we would die if the plane crashed. Let's move to type 3. Conditional type 3 will be also seen with its form, providing you with two examples and understand its usage. The form: F plus subject plus had plus verb past participle, subject plus would plus have plus verb past participle. So if you go to the first clause, you will find had plus verb past participle. That means it's the past perfect. Great. Let's change it. Subjects plus would plus have plus verb past participle, F plus subject plus had plus verb past participle. That's good. I will give you two illustrative examples. If I had driven carefully, I wouldn't have had an accident. It changed to I wouldn't have had an accident if I had driven carefully. Number 2, if I had known his address, I would have visited him. I would have visited him if I had known his address. Through reading these two examples, you will understand that the speaker here is making a wish or a regret. Something either happened or not. So the usage is impossibility or unreal situation in the past, or expresses the idea that someone regrets either having something happened or not. Let's go to the exercise number 4. Complete the following sentences. Please, here I advise you to pause the video and answer the all exercise. When you finished, you can play it again. Let's get the answer. Dries would have watched the football match if he hadn't been at work. If Maryam had met the man of her dreams, she would have married him. If the film hadn't been so boring, I wouldn't have fallen asleep. Number 4, I would have phoned them if I hadn't forgotten their phone numbers. If Sarah had invited you to her party, you would have gone. If we had brought the map, we wouldn't got lost. Some of you would write gotten. Both of them are considered as past participle, got or gotten. We wouldn't have got lost. If it hadn't rained last weekend, I would have gone to the beach. This would not have happened if you had listened to my advice, or listened with T. Great. Both of them are correct. If Karim had studied harder, he would have passed the exam. Number 10, I would have arrived on time if my car had not broken down. That's good. This is the last part of this course. It's a new kind of exercise through which you are going to rewrite the following sentence into the given form. That means the form of the conditional type 3. First one, she didn't have any flour, so she couldn't make any cakes yesterday. That means what happened in the past cannot be changed, either in the present or in the future. So someone making a regret. Pause the video and answer whole sentences and play it again, please. If she had had some flour, she could have made some cakes yesterday. Some of you would be confused with head. So I'm going to help you to discuss them. So the first head is the auxiliary. The second is the mean verb of have. And the mean verb of have is had. And we change any to some because any it's written in the negative form. Same goes with any here and some here. They couldn't go to the cinema because they had no one to take care of their baby. We changed no one with someone. What is negative here should be affirmative. And because we have no one here, we don't change this one. We keep it as it is. So, they could have gone to the cinema if they had had someone to take care of their baby. Number 3, Hafsa failed her driving test so she couldn't drive herself to work. If Hafsa had not failed her driving test, she could have driven herself to work. Number 4, I didn't know your friend so I didn't speak to her. If I had known your friend, I would have spoken to her. The weather was not warm enough so they didn't go swimming. If the weather had been warm enough, they would have gone swimming. I didn't know the dress was too big for me because I didn't try it on the shop. I would have known the dress was too big for me if I had tried it on the shop. 7. You could play football on Sundays because he had to work. He could have played football on Sundays if he had not had to work. In this video, we take a look at different types of conditions and we go through with different exercises. Some of them are confusing, but the others are easy. So here, if you need an additional explanation or you misunderstand one of the rules, you can put a comment and I will be glad to answer all your comments. Thank you so much.